Hi, welcome to Healthy Perspectives. My name is Evan Holloway, and today I just want to talk about personalities and what they are and what they mean to me. Um, for me, I don't believe a personality is a good thing because in personality, you're kind of behind. I feel like you're kind of behind a silhouette of who you really are, and what you really are is so much more than the fake thing um, you're presenting to other people, and it's just not good for you. For me, what it is or at least how you get it is or no, we can do what it is. Well, it is a social it's a social lubricant to get to know people and to get to know something, objects. Everybody handles things differently, objects differently, and people differently, and it's just a fake comfortable way for us to interact. And why I don't like personality, or at least why I don't like my definition of personality, is because it doesn't bring a realness to life, and it puts us in a fearful place, that tells us we are inadequate, and the only way we can be adequate is for us to use this personality to help other people, to interact with other people, to work with other people, and to be around with other people. So not good. Personality definitely helps you. It helps you play roles to get accepted or to feel comfortable, and personality definitely gives something. Definitely, personality is like the thing that helps us hide from our shame, and I feel like we present a personality is because maybe subconsciously or consciously we believe that somebody's going to pick up on any shameful things that we have done in our lives and call us out on it and cause us more pain. And that is not true. I do not have a little TV screen on my forehead, showing all the painful experiences that I had in my life. If you're pretty good at energy reading and you know how to do all that stuff, then you probably could see what molded me to what I am right now. But what I am right now is a lot more than the personality I first created. Definitely, it helped us. It Depending on the human experience that we all specifically have, it helped us get us through our family, at least survive. It helped us survive elementary school, junior high, high school, and even college. And even if you're a college dropout, that's kind of a personality too. Is a college dropout, that bad boy or bad girl. So just exit, because it's not who you really are. You're not. Nobody's necessarily bad. Everybody just has false impressions that they have to hold up to. I don't know, to feel empowered, to feel energetically empowered. Because I feel like if a lot of people were to feel their selves and their souls right now, they would feel a continual depletion of life, or of life flow or life force. And there's the opposite to that. You can have it where life is feeding you more life flow, and you're expanding and you're growing. And how do you do that with personality? You can't, because personality is pretty much, let's pretend you're tied off in something, and you're tied off at the bottom with this tight rubber band, and that's a personality you have based on anger, and then you have another one tied off at the very top, and that's another tie off personality based on shame, and you tie yourself off, and you kind of move throughout the world, kind of blocking and moving and avoiding not to be popped. And being popped is your breakdown. Just your breakdown. Nobody wants to be completely broken down, into the realization that they are nothing, that you have nothing to offer, nothing about you is cool or important. And I think that's why people mold personalities too, is because they don't feel like they're important or they have anything to offer. 6 billion people on the planet, and every single one of us have something to offer. And we see it today. We see all these new age masters coming up, and they are presenting something new, and now I'm rolling with it. Where does personality come from? Personality came from when you were first born. As soon as you leave the womb and you're out in the world, you are bombarded with energy. And as a young child, only knowing spirit or only knowing energy, then you know how to read it very well, and you know what's going to help you and what's not going to help you from the very beginning. And you came down with this thing also called unconditional love, and based upon that, you did decide or accidentally decide to kind of lose yourself in everybody else and how they're responding to you, and in that you kind of create a personality when you're a young child. I don't know necessarily when you're the day you're born, but at least 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years old, you are being molded to be something. I don't know, there's like 12 personality traits on the INFP and all that stuff. That's ridiculous. For you to fall under one specific personality trait is harm to yourself, because you don't have to. Yes, there may be 12 personality traits that every human being on Earth falls into, but you don't have to fall into those categories. Come on Earth and just kind of land on top and be the rainbow. Don't just be a specific color. I feel like that we create a personality at birth too, is because communication, when it comes to a child and an older adult, is believed to be hindered by language and what this child can say and cannot say. And based upon that, the adult does believe and does have the know on what's appropriate and what's not appropriate. And if you're in a restaurant and a child starts to take off his shirt, and he's only like 4 years old, let's say, and you condemn him for it, then he creates a personality of that. So you kind of have to be careful what you tell children, because as these big people things, we are looked at we are respected, and so a child will take any idea or belief that he saw help you, and he will use it to help him. And kind of we did the same thing with our parents. It's like we look up to them, and it's like, this is something I like and this is something I don't like. And even today, it's like, I will never be like my mother, I will never be like my father. And unfortunately, we kind of end up being that out of fear, because out of fear, your parents told themselves the same thing, and fear is a formula, and fear will create that same perspective and that same personality trait over and over and over again, because you are in fear. So if you can kind of step out of that and just be like, hey, I'm not going to be like my mother or my father again, but really focus on what created them, how it created them, and a lot of people like to say, well, I'm just a product of my environment. That's kind of the worst thing you could say to yourself, because you're saying, well, the place where I landed created this, and so that's how I have to be. And no, you don't have to be that. You don't have to be self-sacrificing. You don't have to be aggressive. You don't have to be fearful, you don't have to be scared, any of these things, or shy. There is a mode that people have that appears to be shy, but it's not shy. I'm talking about the personality shy. You don't have to be these specific personality traits. You can be, all of them and more. Because why would you limit yourself to such small concepts? Like anger and fear and being attacked and all that stuff, when you can just go forth creating. Let's see, I actually have stuff written down. I guess as souls or as, I don't know, living energy, we do crave contact, and and contact and acceptance, and not really acceptance, just contact and love. And as these things, we do carry unconditional love. And so say, I don't know, I remember when I was in high school, and people got so frustrated on not being accepted by certain crowds that they changed their whole personality, and they changed the whole personality of it just to be accepted. And it's not wrong to want to be accepted from these other kinds of people, but if you were to start anywhere, first accept yourself, and then allow that to happen. But when I run into a new person that looks interesting, I do want to say hi. I do want to say hello. Who are you? How are you? Why do you feel so good? And all that kind of stuff. And just energetically, why do you feel so good? Why do you feel so powerful? Compared to the person right next to you, and even to the person right next to you, it's why are you feeling this way? Can I help? Where are you in your life that created this? Because I know you have something to offer, and I know you have something that I could learn from, and vice versa. So that's kind of how I see personality, and where humans get confused when it comes to truly connecting and wanting attention. I don't think wanting attention is ever going to change, but you do have to give it to yourself. 100%. Attention always goes to you. How am I doing? How am I feeling? How hungry I am? And all that kind of stuff. Because if you cannot go through this life relying on other people's attention, because that doesn't serve you, and your creative energy is definitely depleted when it's definitely depending on somebody else's energy. So there's definitely that. And then even more into how personality is created. So I guess starting over from the beginning, you come down and you're on Earth, and you get this family, and you pick your family, and you get this family, and they have all these what to accept and what not to accept kind of things, and so you create a form of communication or a personality that allows you to communicate to each other and to embrace each other's love, or blah 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 blah. And then you go into your elementary school, and you see that all these other kids created personalities as well. And so and everybody else's personality is different. So how do you connect with another child? Because children's love play and humans love play. So how do you play? And it's funny because you see some children, like, damn, they have hard, strong personalities created that they don't have these kinds of people in their bubble, and these kinds of personality types. And a lot of people get frustrated because it's like, why are you not accepting me? Don't worry about it. But anyways, it's like you're here as this child, and then you mold more personality to yourself to kind of be, if you're like me, I like everybody to like me. I like liking everybody, and like everybody get along. And that's just me though. I like creating a big bubble around me for everybody. So you see this, and you get worried, and you condemn yourself, and you feel ashamed of yourself, and all this shame comes up, and then as you start to create this personality, all the personalities around you kind of start to make yours more concrete, because you have chosen what you have become, and you've chosen your fake becoming, or your fake self, which is not real, and that's on that. When you go throughout life, how personality comes up. Just when you go out to like a job interview, or your first day on the job, and there's all these people around you, and you're kind of afraid for what they're gonna think about you. Things kind of going on in your head, I feel like, is am I gonna be accepted, or am I gonna be rejected? And what you slowly present to be mostly accepted. And then a lot of people like to tweak the personality, especially if it's going to be a job that they feel like they're going to be working there for a long time. They like to tweak the personality to make everybody feel comfortable, and so nobody kind of calls them out. And I like that. Call them out, because when you are called out, you are called forward. Like, I'm calling you out. Like, I'm calling the real you out. Some people don't really use that in that aspect, but the universe is kind of using that when anybody says it, because it's like, present yourself, present who you are, and you will be fine. Essentially, if that's the lesson you need to learn. But yeah. So we just go through if we're gonna be accepted or rejected. And yeah, personality does not help you when you come from the place that I'm explaining it as. If your view on personality is different and it helps you and if it empowers you, then obviously go ahead and use it. But just the way that I think about personality is not helpful. And in realizing what's fake, you realize what's real, and then you'll realize how to use that to help you grow naturally. And that's kind of the whole focus behind all these rants, is to help people grow naturally. It's like the faith of a mustard seed, I guess. It's like a mustard seed doesn't try and focus on trying to be isn't trying to be an oak tree, or an oak tree is not trying to be an apple tree. It just sits inside of its seed, and it knows its lifespan. It knows how tall it's gonna grow. It knows its potential. So it just lets the universe kind of just take care of it. And that's kind of the faith of the mustard seed. It's like the mustard seed doesn't have to get out of its seed and make sure the sun's there and make sure the soil is bringing all the nutrients it needs, and it's not leaving its seed to find water. It's not leaving its seed to become a worker to make sure it has all these things that help it survive. It just knows that it's a mustard seed, and as a mustard seed, it knows that those are the definitions of a mustard seed. Is a mustard seed is watered, sunlight, and whatever else it needs to grow. Thus, why it is created. So as humans, I do believe we are seeds, and as these seeds, we have these real blueprints and real personalities on what we are and how we're here to grow. And I feel like we do come down. And we do come down, and we leave our seeds to please our parents or to please other people to be accepted. But if you don't know where you are going, focus on building just energy within inside yourself and not giving it to any people. At least start there, because then you will know. Then you will just have more knowing about yourself, about where you want to grow. And if you don't put your thought forms out there, if you're a triangle, stop trying to be a square or a circle. Just be a triangle and let your triangle self grow into this big triangle thing. I don't know what it's going to be, but that's kind of the only metaphor that comes to my mind when it comes to do not leave your space. It's the way of the warrior. Samurai techniques is when they're fighting somebody, they don't leave the cherry blossom tree. They fight in that peaceful thing. You know what I mean? That's the true definition of a safe place, but a safe place where you have been residing and where you actually reside, and stay in there. Don't pop out because someone made you angry. Don't pop out because your brain gave you a sad thought, and don't pop out because you believe that you aren't accomplished and that you have to be something else. So that's why personality gets in the way, because you're not allowed to see yourself as who you really are and how you're growing. And if you're here as a seed, then you are already here with all the things you need. So just let it be provided for you. And that's what happens. And I love you guys all. Thanks for listening to me rant again. I don't know if these YouTube videos make any sense. They do make sense to me because it just gets my thought forms out there, and it allows me to connect to you, YouTube. So and to my family. And I know this helped my sisters a lot and stuff, and my friends and all that stuff. So yeah. I appreciate your support, and questions, comments, concerns. Subscribe to my channel. It's just Devon Holloway, capital D, lowercase evon, space, capital HOLLOWAY, Devin Holloway. And these are my healthy perspectives for life for everybody.